Hey, what's happening, guys? This is Cunty, or tossBONG. Um, just gonna be doing some PvP, a little bit instructional kind of stuff from one noob to another. I play toss, and this is gonna be a toss versus toss, a PvP. It's really just an example I wanted to show on small 2 to 3 person maps why a two-gate opening is really cool and easy to do with just the bare minimum of required mechanics of it, which basically just involves making sure you have enough pylons, constantly making probes, and constantly making zealots. I call this the patapon build because if you ever played that game for PSP patapon, it's like a little rhythm game where you just do left, down, circle, and it's just simple rhythms, but pretty cool results. Especially when the opponent decides to do a one-gate gas, which this buddy of mine does. This is another friend of mine on the SC2GG community. I talked to him this afternoon on the IRC because we both have crazy time schedules. I'm in Beijing, he's in Australia. Um, so we're both on crazy time zones and able to play together. I actually meet a lot of Australians, obviously, for that same reason. Um, we're both scouting. We both missed the first time. I still feel safe, though. Doesn't matter. Go ahead and slow back down because I'm doing a two-gate. I can assume that most people I play are going to do gas. That's just because it's the most popular, and come the 8 to 10 minute mark, if you haven't teched, it's going to be trouble. But this build aims to get into their base, do early harass pressure, and slow them down enough to either win the game with Zeals, which is an awesome feeling, or be able to tech behind your harass and eventually catch up. So you saw the little trick I did to get in his base with my scout. You can scout and you can block your choke, but these little probes, they don't hold position. So if you see a probe on the ramp like that, you just gotta nibble at him and they'll pull off unless he's got great micro and awareness. So the first Zeal is on its way. And when you're doing this harass, it's really crucial not to lose this probe. I almost did there. It's really crucial, and everyone says that, but why it's crucial is pretty obvious, because when your first Zeal gets there, you're going to have 2 units instead of just one. And the probe, if that Zeal starts attacking your probe, um, you're going to get an extra swing on his Zeal or probe with your Zeal. It's balanced. Yay. So I'm going to have 2 here. His first 2 Zeals leave his ramp, which was trouble. He hadn't really scouted me out, and he took his zealots off his ramp, which was the first mistake. So I've got my 2 units in here. He's scrambling, so his defense, or excuse me, his planned offense, his 2 Zeals, has now become his defense, and you'll see that his 1-gate 2 Zeal defense is going to be inferior to my 2-gate offense, which is just going to be pumping, streaming into his base. So you want to make sure that you've got enough pylons. You'll see there goes my core, because right now I've noticed that, hey, we've got the same amount of Zeals and I've got more gates and reinforcements on the way, so I know that I'm going to be able to, and I also noticed that my micro is a little better than his, as you can see in this exchange, so I know that I don't really need to have the constant zealot push. I can have a slow 1 or 2 in each, and I can tech up safely. And at this point, I'm pretty sure I can just win the game off Zeals, actually, because he pulls all of his probes. So this is a build order win, basically. Like this guy, he's a good player. We're probably about the same level. We played about 6 games. I think I won all the Protoss versus Protoss, but then I switched to Terran. He beat me 2 out of 3 in his PVT. But I'm by no means a Terran player. So at this point, he's just trying to do something. Again, the build order, you see 2 gates as long as you keep your pylons and the constant stream. And notice the placement too. These gates, I started out knowing that I'm going to rush with 2 gates, so these are right by my choke and just ready to go that much closer. Um, Tips. Basically, you want to get the probes here first, as they're carrying his gas. He's chose to go gas, so obviously gas is precious to him. If you can cut that off, you already have the Zeal advantage. If you can cut that off, preventing him from getting his Dragoon, or maybe even dropping, an Archives or something, It's crucial. Most two gate versus one gates won't be this easy. This is just an example of why the two gate is such a good idea, especially against a one gate once you get in there. All right, dudes.